Hola, it's Matthew here. Welcome to this month's local area property market report. We're going to go through the usual things. We'll look at the local statistics and facts and figures in the marketplace and a couple of things that are affecting local homeowners in the property market locally. Let's start first of all with the figures for the Orgiva area. Last month there were 68 properties available for sale in Orgiva with an average asking price of €244,000 or €1,082 per square metre. Now, how does that compare to last year? Because there's been some significant differences. Well, last year, at this time of year, there were 93 properties available for sale, so roughly a 30% decrease in available stock. The average asking price this time last year was €256,000, so around a 5% reduction in the average asking price. And the average price per square metre was €1,465, so that's actually around 30% down as well. There are some reasons behind that, and we will have a look at that in some more detail in a moment. Looking forward to Lanjaron, there were 62 properties available for sale with an average asking price of €107,500 or €852 per square metre. Compared to this time last year, there were 98 properties available for sale, so again about a 30% reduction in stock, and the average asking price was €136,000, so again about a 30% reduction on the average asking price. Interestingly, the average price per square metre last year was €1,824, so that's a massive 50% reduction in the average price per square metre. As I've said, there are some reasons behind this, and we'll look at those in a moment. Looking at Lecrin Valley in January 2024, there were 125 properties available for sale with an average asking price of €138,000 or €861 per square metre. Now, the valley does break down into lots of different locations, with each village having quite a variance. So if you'd like to know the full details for your local village, please don't hesitate to ask or drop us a message below and we'll send those through for you. So just before we move on to the local property news, don't forget to like and subscribe below so you can get updated. If you're on YouTube, hit the notification bell. Otherwise, just like and please follow, just to make sure that you're helping us to continue helping you with this local information. Now, there's quite some dramatic changes in pricing that we've seen, particularly in Orgiva and Lanjaron in the last year. Why is that? What's happening? Well, the simple thing is that as we've had a very good market in 2023, there has been some significant changes where more sellers, because of the information available to them, are pricing their properties correctly, getting the right marketing advice, and are actually being able to sell their properties more quickly. What's happened is the properties that are overpriced and poorly marketed are remaining stuck on the market. I'm looking at some, and we're seeing the same properties here 2 to 3 years later still on the market. That's skewing those figures slightly as the new stock is turning over and the stale stock is sticking because there's no real changes happening with them. So that's having a bit of an influence. We will see this smooth out over the next couple of years, but it's been really interesting to see how those properties that are hanging around are still having an influence on the figures. One of the challenges, of course, is that property sales data is not publicly available in Spain as it is in many other countries in mature property markets. But the good news is here at Hola, because of the wide area we cover and the massive network of agents we work with, we have got the property data from a huge number of property sales, which enables us to give you more accurate information and data regarding property values. As ever, if you'd like to know more specifically about your property, don't hesitate to get in touch, drop us a message or give us a call, and we'll be happy to go through that in more detail for you. Another reason behind this is that buyer demand is changing as trends move in the market. For example, during and after the lockdown, which was 2 years ago now, it was all about home office space. This is now not quite as important, and the demand from buyers is more for open plan designs. However, outside space is still a top priority. In addition, the demand for properties that require refurbishment has almost fallen off a cliff due to the massive increase in build costs. We're seeing that many buyers much prefer something that is very well up together or requires minimal updating. That demand for the old shell that you could redo and start from scratch, the demand for that in the market, there is still some demand, but not much left. Pricing needs to seriously reflect the work that was required and the increasing costs of doing so nowadays. So what's happening in the wider market? Well, locally, holiday rental licenses have been a very big talking point this month, with huge changes in 2024 for anyone with a holiday rental license. Significant changes from the Junta de Andalucía could have some major impacts on anyone buying or selling a property with a tourist license. It will also have a big impact on existing licenses, as they could be revoked if there are, for example, no tax returns proving that they're being used sufficiently. What impact do you think this will have on the market? We'll see in the near term, although I'm already getting a lot of questions from people surrounding holiday rental licenses. There is a longer video going into detail of every section of that and how that will be impacted, available on our YouTube site. If you'd like us to send you a copy of the full one so you can have the full details of what's happening, don't hesitate to ask. We'll send that through for you, no problem at all. Another headline hitting the property market recently is that 6 out of every 10 properties purchased in Spain last year were purchased with cash. So no mortgages involved. Why? Well, banks' lending criteria is becoming more and more restrictive. Interest rates have increased, really making the cost of borrowing significantly higher than it was only 2 years ago. Interestingly, in the whole of Spain, only 16.5% of purchasers across Spain were foreign buyers. Here at All Our Properties, that's actually around 50% of our buyers are foreign buyers and around 50% are Spanish buyers, showing how different areas have very different markets. For example, in Granada City itself, only 7% of buyers last year were foreign buyers, the remaining 93% being Spanish. So what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below. Is the fact that there are more cash buyers, and actually the great majority of those are Spanish, is that having an effect on local markets, do you think? The third and most important piece of news this month is the cadastral value updates. This is going to affect virtually every homeowner out there. The valuations have been updated again this month, and we've already seen some quite large changes happening with certain properties. This can have quite a big effect, not only on your IBI payments, but more importantly, when you come to sell a property, if the tax value is higher than the market value, then the buyer will have to pay the purchase tax on the higher value. That's something that a few buyers we know of has come as quite a shock to, because the cadastral values were not checked before the property was put on the market. This is something that is a vital part of the basic checks before you list your property for sale, to ensure you know what the exact cadastral value is and whether that's going to have an impact for any potential sale. In a lot of cases it won't, because the cadastral value is often below market value on rural properties, but on urban properties the cadastral value can be significantly higher, even in the case range of 20, 30, 40,000 euros more than the true market value of a property. If that's the case for yours, it's going to have a big impact. So please ensure you know the cadastral value of your property before you start marketing it. If you're unsure where to find that, don't hesitate to get in touch. We're here to help you with things like that. Okay, thanks for watching. Keeping it brief this month, but our market reports are coming back. If there's anything you would like to see included, don't hesitate to let us know. Pop a comment below, and please do subscribe so that you're kept up to date with new information as it comes out. We'd like to make sure that this is relevant for you. So, as I said, any suggestions you have of information you would like to see in the market reports, please let us know. And if it's a chunky subject, we'll do a separate video on it as well for you. Thanks for watching, and have a lovely February. Bye for now.